Hi, Deb here. Forgive my jaw, I just came back from the dentist, but I wanted to get this video done. Paul McCartney turns 80 on June 18th, and I had to pay tribute. You've seen, if you watch my channel, this doll before. It's in something called My Childhood. It's based on the cartoon, the Beatle cartoon. And this precious doll here, that's in my Meet My Beatles Dolls video. I'm so sorry but anything for Paul. Okay, and I also have a Funko Pop a friend of mine gave me. He sits on my desk at work because my Polly has to be represented, and he's called Polly in my house. I don't know when we started that, but I've loved him since I was 5 years old, back in the 60s. Mom said I loved him before they were on Ed Sullivan. So James Paul McCartney, born June 18th, 1942 in Liverpool. His father was a fireman, volunteer fireman in the war, and a musician. He gave Paul a trumpet, but Paul traded in because he wanted to sing and play an instrument. He traded in for a guitar, and then he transferred all the strings so he could play because he was left-handed. His mother was a nurse. She passed away when he was 15 of complications of breast cancer. He has a younger brother, Michael, and a stepsister named Ruth. Interesting. He was one of only 3 students who passed his 11 plus exams. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like he was pretty smart. I'm not surprised. Let's see. He has 5 children. Married his beloved Linda in '69. He was married to Heather Mills, and he is now married to Nancy Chevelle. Is that how you say her name? I hope he gets his happily ever after, because I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. Okay, you know about the Beatles and Wings, and I'm not going to talk about that because you know about it, I hope. I'm reading you his accomplishments, if I can. Financially, he's the most successful musician of all time. He is around $1.2 billion. 100 million records sold as a solo artist. That's not with the Beatles. France gave him the Legion of Honor Award. He's been knighted. He has 18 Grammys. Yesterday was the most recorded song in history. He has the record for the largest stadium concert in rock history. I don't know how many the event with Cliff Richard had, but according to this, Paul has that record. He has an Oscar for the Let It Be score. I was going to read all this biography, but you know, Paul McCartney is my go-to guy for happiness. And next to David Cassidy, he's like the number one guy in my life of people I don't actually know, but he's mattered to me my whole life, and I just adore him. He makes me happy. His music makes me happy. He's just added a lot to my life, and I hope famous people like that get to know that, because it matters what they do and the joy they bring. So Paul McCartney has brought so much joy to me, and I hope he gets to live a nice, happy, long life with his Beatle boots. Did you see that? Isn't that cool? So that's my tribute. I don't know any other biography. Oh, I said his father was a volunteer fireman. He was in New York at 9/11, and he had a benefit for the first responders. He went to the fire stations and gave out the tickets himself. Sir Paul McCartney went to the fire station and gave out the tickets himself. And he had that. I love this guy. And I hope you tune in to, if you're seeing this before 5 o'clock Eastern time, Ron's Record Shop, Memory Lane Oldies, we're having a big party. And there's a chat room. We can celebrate Paul's music. He's playing 4 hours of Paul's music. So why don't you try to tune in if you're there, if you see this in time. So until next time, It's for my Polly. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Toodles!